2 Peter chapter 2 verses 1 through 12. But there were also false prophets among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you. They will secretly introduce destructive heresies, even denying the sovereign Lord who bought them, bringing swift destruction on themselves. Many will follow their depraved conduct, and will bring the way of truth into disrepute. In their greed, these teachers will exploit you with fabricated stories. Their condemnation has long been hanging over them, and their destruction has not been sleeping. For if God did not spare the angels when they sinned, but sent them to hell, putting them in chains of darkness to be held for judgment, if he did not spare the ancient world when he brought the flood on its ungodly people, but protected Noah, a preacher of righteousness, and 7 others, if he condemned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah by burning them to ashes and made them an example of what is going to happen to the ungodly, and if he rescued Lot, a righteous man who was distressed by the depraved conduct of the lawless, for their righteous man living among them day after day was tormented in his righteous soul by the lawless deeds he saw and heard. If this is so, then the Lord knows how to rescue the godly from trials and to hold the unrighteous for punishment on the day of judgment. This is especially true for those who follow the corrupted desire of the flesh and despise authority. Bold and arrogant, they are not afraid to heap abuse on celestial beings. Yet even angels, although they are stronger and more powerful, do not heap abuse on such beings when bringing judgment on them from the Lord. But these people blaspheme in matters they do not understand. They are like unreasoning animals, creatures of instinct, born only to be caught and destroyed, and like animals, they too will perish. Now, a good portion of this is somewhat self-explanatory, such as verses 1 through 3, where it says, as he says, there are false teachers who will misguide many and lie to them with fabricated tales that simply aren't true, and they will exploit these people. Well, I don't know, it's very self-explanatory in this manner. Or basically just guiding people on the wrong path, and as it says, their condemnation is hanging over them. And verses 4 through, and so on, as it says, God is these events, his not sparing of the angels, his destruction with the flood, and his condemnation of Sodom and Gomorrah, are examples of what will happen to the ungodly. But essentially, as a warning, and his rescuing of Lot serves as the example to how God will deliver the righteous from trials and tribulation and difficulty. And as it says here, it is especially true for those who follow the corrupt desire of the flesh and despise authority. These people are bold and arrogant, and they are not afraid to heap abuse on the celestial beings. But even angels, and I believe celestial beings, of course, referring to the fallen angels, even angels, although they are stronger and more powerful than we, they themselves do not heap abuse on these fallen angels when bringing judgment on them from the Lord. They leave that to the Lord. There are these people, these false teachers, they will blaspheme in matters that they don't understand. They don't know what they're talking about. And it's similarly to an unreasoning animal. They will not listen to rhyme, reason, or logic of any kind. They're creatures of instinct, listening only to the flesh, and give in to the flesh. Creatures born only to be caught and destroyed, and like these animals, they will perish. I hope that I explained this well, and I hope I explained it correctly, and it's correct. Actually, the interpretation I've told, I hope it's but if I did not explain it properly, I do hope that you will seek another person out to explain this properly, if I did not explain it well. I hope that you all have a good day and a good night, and that the Lord blesses you all's day.